What is up, my fellow Chibits? Today, I'm here to bring all of you the weekly anime review of Dragon Ball Super. Now, depending on if you're a Mai and Trunks fan, like if you like that, romance going on between these two, you might enjoy this episode, or you might really hate this episode, and it really just depends on your standpoint on Mai as a character, and her most likely, or actually probably getting with Trunks, because we know that this relationship is building up, but we can already see how Toei Animation, the writers right now of Dragon Ball Super, are trying to make it to where Mai and Trunks get together. But depending on how you view that relationship, and depending if you like it or not, will determine if you enjoy this episode or not. Because about around maybe 70% of this episode, maybe 60%, is focused on Trunks and Mai, and how Mai helped out Trunks, and how Trunks really cares for her. And you see this, little romance building up between these two throughout the episode. So, it's definitely something for the fans if you're a fan of Trunks being with her. Now, talking about details, the episode is very basic, and I guess nothing really spectacular. And like I said, majority of it is focused on that, and it's nothing really groundbreaking. I mean, we've already seen this coming. We already seen that there's been hints that Trunks and Mai have this little relationship going on. And it's like, they wanted to dive into it a little bit more with a little bit of flashbacks. And you know what? For the most part, I am fine with that. Adding a little bit of, characterization of Mai and see kind of how those two helped each other out in the future. And yeah, it was an enjoyable experience to see. I mean, getting to see how Black was fighting the resistance that Mai was the leader of. And then she was making it to where Trunks could actually escape to with a flashbang, which I like that. Mai is a badass just for that alone. Throwing a flashbang to kind of stun Black for Trunks can escape, that was a very smart move. I will commend Mai for that. That was a very intelligent move, and I find it very ironic that Black was making fun of humans and how puny their intelligence is, and then Mai outsmarts him and throws a fucking flashbang, blinds his ass like a solar flare, and Trunks and Mai get out of there. That's very funny. I think that's just very ironic how he was outsmarted like that. So, besides that, however, what else is the episode about? Well, it kind of gives us a little bit of a backstory to the time machine that popped up in last week's episode, which I think majority of us by now, I mean, we've all watched Dragon Ball Z. I mean, you have to watch Dragon Ball Z to watch Dragon Ball Super, but I think we've all watched it enough. Like, to be honest, I've rewatched Dragon Ball Z, God, many times, maybe over 8 times plus. It's been a while since I've actually rewatched it, but I have rewatched it quite a bit. I remember almost everything from Dragon Ball Z, and so thinking about it like that, I already knew about the time machine. It dawned on me and all that, and then seeing it, I was like, I don't really need a backstory. I don't really need a backstory to remind me of what's going on. I mean, I guess it was for the people that have a little bit of a clouded memory, because not everybody's going to rewatch Dragon Ball Z. I mean, that's a lot of fucking episodes. It really is. It's a lot of episodes, and I know not many have the time to actually probably sit down and watch everything of Dragon Ball Z. Maybe if you watch Kai, you do, but I watched the original. I don't really prefer the Kai version. I prefer even the fillerish version. I just like that. So, I guess it was needed for some that might have forgotten. And I do like how they tried to explain that throughout the episode. And I do like the little mini flashbacks and that, and the little touches they did. They changed the color scheme, like the color palette of the flashback. It makes me wonder exactly why they're trying to do that. Are they trying to make a flashback look like that because of the possibility, of Trunks' hair color being completely different in our current timeline? I'm just very curious exactly why they kind of changed the flashback's color palette. But overall, the episode was simple. It was very simple. I guess some might not like this episode because of that, but I prefer these type of episodes. It's like the calm before the storm before the action takes place, and I remember a lot of these type of episodes actually taking place in somewhere in the Cell Saga. I mean, we had some episodes that were a little bit relaxed and stuff before, we had these big fights with the androids, or, with Cell. There was episodes like this, so I do appreciate these episodes when we do get them. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.